Yo, Won-Jin, why are these squirrels nibbling at my toes? What is this? Is this a sexual thing? What? They seem so happy to do it too.
They're not in your pants anymore.
What? Why is there a squirrel? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
Today we're gonna talk about Joker Folie de Deux.
Folie Deux.
Folie à Deux, Madness of Two. Full spoilers ahead for the movie and the 2019 Joker as well. You have been warned. Here we go. Won-Jin, let me go first.
Okay.
When the title said Folie à Deux, I think you thought it too. I thought it was talking about Joker and Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
But as I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, no, I'm wrong. It's about Arthur and Joker. No, but again, I was again wrong. By the end of the movie, you know what I thought? Oh, okay, Folie à Deux is actually about Arthur Fleck and us as an audience. Because we shared the same catharsis and delusion with Joker in 2019. And basically, this is a very expensive fuck you movie. Like, you were wrong. Like, what's up, ZZ? Hey, kids. Hey, new person with a new haircut in Joe chair. Hey, what's up, ZZ? Big shout out to ZZ, Scott Walker, Jasmine, Kayla Marie,
Uy-chan Hong.
Uy-chan Hong in the building. I cook for my wife. Rick Ponzu and all our 44 subscribers. Welcome to the family, new member 44.
Mighty.
Yeah. So I was actually quite impressed. First of all, I was impressed with Todd Phillips, is it the director? Like, so this guy got $200 million in budget and did a movie, and I think he did whatever he wanted. So I want to praise that balls, okay? But that being said, did I like it? I have a lot of different feelings, man. First of all, I thought it should be 20 minutes shorter. I like some of the musical scores. Like by the seventh one, where I was rolling my eyes. Stop, please, no more songs, please. Because I thought some of the songs were great because that like the musical thing reached that climax and near the end. I thought it was building up to that really well, but I thought there were just too many unnecessary ones. And Zizzy, you didn't like it because
It was a musical, right?
no, I mean the musical. If it was just 2 or 3 occasions, I thought that was actually highlighting the Folie part, the madness part of it. But by the time it was like they were singing in the jail, I was like, stop, we know, please stop. And then, you know, but I'll say this though, it did make me think, is this all a dream? Like,
yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah,
Because I think that was done really well.
Uh-huh.
Throughout the movie, there were moments when I had to ask myself, is this part of his imagination,
Right.
or is this real?
Right.
You know, for example, when Harley Lee visited Arthur in jail, I was wondering, is this like a dream sequence?
Yeah.
Or is this actually happening?
Right.
So it was very unclear. And I think it was intentional.
Right, I agree. Because even the court drama, I was like, that's not a real court. Like, it's like a monkey court. Like, that's not how like trial works. Like, you know. And then so when the courthouse exploded, I also thought that was like a dream sequence or something. And now we're praising it. Let me let me shit on it too a little bit because one thing I had a big problem with is okay, again, this is offending the audience, right? So maybe it's intentional, but I thought Lady Gaga should have had more like role in the film because when I saw the trailer, I thought it was gonna be about Joker teaming up with Harley Quinn and then causing a riot in Arkham or something. But obviously, like, and up to the 1 hour mark, I thought I really liked it. But I did think like the latter half was kind of dragging on too long. Like I thought they already made that point really well. And I mean Joaquin Phoenix is great in the role too. Like, but it's really a dark movie too.
Yeah, very dark. One thing was, since we're shitting on the movie right now, let me tell you something that I didn't like about it.
All right.
So we all have expectations when we start watching this movie because
Right.
we've seen the first Joker film, and remember, this is a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that kind of frustrated me throughout watching the movie was that it's not really progressing anywhere.
The story is not going anywhere.
Story-wise, this is more like a deep dive into Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, the Arthur Fleck's character, and they kind of tells us in advance that this was going to happen through that animation in the intro. So I was wondering what the meaning of that was, but then I eventually understood what it was trying to like tell us. But still, it's very retrospective in a way because it's about a trial of what Arthur did, what Joker did 5 years ago in the first movie.
Right.
So that was kind of frustrating for me, and the feeling that the movie isn't going anywhere for me was, and also kind of being unsure about what to expect during the movie.
Hey, I'm glad you said that because one of the, I guess, it's not a problem per se, but to me, it's a work independently. You have to watch the first one to watch this one.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
you know what it felt like? It felt like I just read Machiavelli's The Prince, right? And then I have to read the Republic because he's like, no, that's not what I meant. No, I love the Republic. I'm not telling you to be a dictator. You know. Oh, so hey, Skywalker, hey boys, how are you this week? Yeah, we're gonna do this and then do Penguin episode 3 and then do a Let's Talk. But we read your comments, but we haven't decided on a topic yet. It was such a plot twist because usually Harley Quinn. Yeah, right. I mean, I appreciated those like things too, but the question I have is whether it was done well. You know, Zezzy putting Joker in the victim position this time. I mean, but is Joker a victim though? I mean, and then you know what? It's not just offending the audience too. The funny thing is, the movie's a fuck you to everybody. Like the media, the Joker fans, and the prosecutor too. Like I have a okay, here's another problem. This movie made me feel like, why is this happening in Gotham? Like, you know, is it like, you know, because I think a lot of people, like a lot of Star Wars fan that hated Last Jedi is gonna hate this movie. And then if that was done intentionally, like I tip my hat off for the balls, okay? But like, you know, like what does this have to do with, why does this have to happen in the DC universe?
And another thing is, then why does this have to be a musical?
Okay.
So there are a lot of whys.
Okay.
And again, like you said, hats off to the audacity of pulling this off.
Yeah.
But then why did it need $200 million?
Right.
Because this, I gotta say, considering that this has like 3-4 times the budget of the original movie, I can't really see the money.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So it's very unclear where the money went.
Right.
I'm not sure where that went. Remember movies like The Flash? Yeah, I mean, you can clearly see where that money went, but with this, I'm not really sure. Why did it need all that money?
And I mean, it's another movie that came into mind for me was a lot of the, you know, the director Lars von Trier.
Yeah, Lars von Trier, the Danish guy, the guy who made Dogville.
Right. This movie is sort of an anti-movie too. You know, it's such a postmodern stuff.
Oh, that's true, and it's great that I mentioned Dogville because that movie is also very postmodern. They just draw like a line on the floor of a theater. And they just act on it, yeah.
So, but this one it's kind of a hats off to those things too. So, but the thing is, I didn't like the musicals. Like, I thought some of them sucked. Like, I'm seriously, like, I thought some of them were badly produced. Like, the one musical I did like was when Lady Gaga sings to the audience and Joker says, "Why aren't you saying you love me back?" And I thought that was like a smart play on showing the psychiatry of what, like, psychic of what they're actually thinking. Yeah. Because here Harley Quinn is actually a very opportunistic person
and manipulative.
Yeah. And you know, because when we think of Joker, I guess this is why this makes sense. Because when me and Won-Jin, who are huge DC fans, when we think of Joker, we always think of him as like a master strategist. But here, Joker is none of that.
Yeah.
Like he's an idiot.
And he's basically love struck.
And I don't know, but it is also a kind of a redemption too, in a way. Very.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That also makes sense.
Yeah, because it's a dark redemption. Because when his friend says, you know, I trusted you, you were the only one who cared about me, that leads Joker to admit that I'm Arthur Fleck.
And not just that, but when he realizes that the kid in jail gets strangled to death because of him.
Right.
That's when the Joker character retreats.
Right.
And we see that in his imagination, Joker's washing his makeup off.
So it's sort of a way his humanity is salvaged. And I think that's also a fuck you to audience, because we thought he's gonna fully embrace like the
Joker character.
Yeah.
And become the master villain that he is.
You know how like in Batman Begins, like she tells Batman, oh, your mask is your actual personality, but here it's not. Like Joker is
he gets shanked like a bitch ass and dies.
Scott Walker, do you think Batman will appear in this new Joker movie franchise? No, I think this franchise is over with this one. Yeah, put a Joker in the victim position this time. Yeah, Zezzy. I like the musical exactly because they suck. I think they were made like that on purpose. Zezzy, that's actually, I did think of that too. Like, just to show like how pathetic a figure Arthur is.
It kind of gave me the feeling that this is where he retreats every time he feels insecure and when he feels abused in the real world. It's basically his go-to place in his mind.
No, but like, remember, Won-Jin, like part of the theme of Batman is the charm of letting your madness take over. Because like, not just Tim Burton's movies, but even the original Batman, you gotta understand, this is not superpower shit. Everyone's superpower is their craziness, including Batman. Like you're jumping around on a Batman.
We have this like not beer goggles, but this hero goggle on, and we just assume that all these actions of Batman are justifiable. But when we look at it in a different shade, he's no different from Joker. This guy needs help. And the last Batman movie kind of depicted that really well. And like you said, it's all about the charm comes from letting the character go mad. And I think the first Joker movie did that really well in that climactic moment of shooting that talk show host. Right. But this all that charm has kind of been stripped from this movie. Yeah. And, you know, offending the audience is fine, but my question becomes, as a Batman fan, so I'm not allowed to have fun? Like, I know it's fiction. Yeah. I know Batman is fiction. But, you know, part of, like, us loving entertainment is, like, living vicariously through the fictional characters, yeah? That's right.
But this movie is almost like saying, bitch! Like, you're a loser!
What were you expecting? Basically, the director is the guy who shanked the Joker. He's laughing, he's giggling behind. He's like,
no, but even that part, because he does, remember in the back, he carves the face. So, that's also a criticism on the audience because, you know, because the Joker is not an identity here. It's a disease. It's a contagion, because remember how Joker fans also do the Joker makeup? Yeah. So basically here, it's that dark devil deal where, you know, kind of like Agatha all along, where, you know, one witch kills another to absorb their power. Here, when that guy stabs Arthur, he's becoming the Joker. He's taking over that disease.
When he was laughing in the back, I was getting that same feeling. That this guy actually feels like a Joker to me.
But that's also a criticism. You could interpret that as a criticism to audiences, because they're like, you like Joker and that disease is going to you. But this is who Arthur is, looking pathetically like shanked and looking at the camera. And I was like, fuck you! I can have some fun! I know it's fake! Zetzi, I like the musicals exactly because they suck. Yeah. The whole movie is a depressing story of a criminal that is actually an untreated, unseen, unheard, depressed, traumatized human result. Yeah, Zetzi. I mean, this movie turned over everything you knew about Joker. Yeah, I mean, so like...
in that sense, I thought it was very fresh, and I also like the fact that it took this approach of like a romantic tragedy.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah, I also like that part between
Harley Quinn.
I mean, Harvey Dent was in the movie too, but Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Right.
So it basically gave like a fresh twist to what we had known, and I didn't hate it. I kind of liked it, but again, was it done well? That's something I have to think about.
And there's a very explicit criticism of class injustice and system again, which is a Batman theme. Like, remember in one of the biggest difference between Christopher Nolan's Batman and Matt Reeves is that Matt Reeves is actually very social class critical, while Christopher Nolan Batman is almost like a Buddha figure, because I come down for you people. He's basically Jesus,
self-sacrifice.
Yeah, exactly. But Christopher Nolan doesn't. I mean, Matt Reeves doesn't do that. Here, I do like the fact that they like super focus on the social like class disparity through Harley Quinn, because she's a rich woman.
That's right.
She's playing crazy, and that makes Arthur Fleck's tragedy even more poignant, because he's not playing crazy. He was sexually abused by like his mother. He comes from a poor neighborhood, and then no one laughed at his joke. And
he later realizes that even his own mother thought he was crazy.
Yeah, and the sad thing about it is, you can tell the lawyer doesn't care about him as a person. You can tell Harvey Dent doesn't care about him as a person, because you know there are interview scenes of him where he's promoting the trial to, like, you think of careerism,
to shine,
right? And the judge doesn't care about you too, and so like in that way, I thought it was a very good satire of like modern. It reminded me a lot of like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. Because we're all watching this,
but do people really give a shit about them?
Yeah, because it's kind of a mock trial in the fact that, you know, they cheer. Because I thought a real American judge would be like, okay, everybody fucking out, because the judge has that power. Right. So I thought it was like rich in that sense. And so I'm on the same boat with you, Won-Jin, where just like after I watched Dogville, where it kind of hits you, it did linger with me, but I thought maybe it was too ambitious though. Yeah. Like a lot of the musical just didn't work for me, and I got bored after like the 1 hour 30-minute mark really quickly. I was just like, you know, like how many, and then you mentioned a good thing about the plot not moving forward. Like, I don't mind the theme of the story. Why did they have to keep retreading everything we saw in 2019?
Yeah, so that was very annoying for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they can't handle something new.
Right.
You know, why did they have to do this?
Yeah, I thought they could have had it like this was my idea. I thought Arkham was going to play a larger role, to be honest. I thought like Arthur Fleck was gonna like cause a mutiny or something, like cause a riot, and then maybe they could have written in as like him and Harley trying to cause something in Arkham, but Arthur Fleck later backs out of it because he finds Arthur Fleck his humanity back. But like this is like, again, I'm seeing Robert De Niro again, like everything I already know. Like, why they didn't bring in new information?
And they had to spend $200 million for this?
Right.
Why?
Yeah. And by the time Joker returns to the staircase and meets Harley Quinn, I mean, I like it, I guess, because I was just like, is this a dream again? But I
when he started running, like escaping from the car, I knew that he was going for that staircase.
You did?
Yeah, I knew that he was going to go to his apartment with the hope of Harley Quinn waiting for him.
Hey, Won-Jin, you know what? I think in 3 years, we're going to have to watch these movies back to back as like an yin-yang thing. Then maybe we can truly like understand it.
What Todd Phillips was kind of intending.
Yeah. Or not intending. This was just winging it. Fuck the movie. Does it remind?
Studio said it was okay. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, hats off to him though. It's like what Ridley Scott would do. Give me money. I'm gonna fuck up. You're still gonna call me back. I'm Sir Ridley Scott, bitch. Like they did Napoleon, but he still gets to do Gladiator too. I mean, I respect the director so much. It reminds me of all the true injustice that happen in our society when it comes to discrimination. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would like a bit more action. It was unexpected static for me because it had, and Zezzy, I want to add to that. Joker 2019 was a slow burn. That's why when the gunshot goes, we're like, oh, finally.
It was so cathartic.
Yeah, here, huh? It's like tap in water. Like,
And then at the end,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah. Even with this being a yin to the Joker's yang, I still think it could have been done in like a more exciting fashion. I don't know. Maybe the director was like, this being boring is also part of the plan.
Yeah.
So,
but obviously, I think it won't do well at the box office. I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hats off to the director.
Yo, and hats off to Warner Brothers. Let's get to the real world here. Like, if I'm a studio executive and then I just watched this, do you think he would have, like, they would have said, like this? Don't you think they would have asked the director, like, maybe he got away with it because the Joker was such a success, I guess.
And I think the first Joker was such a success. Didn't it give Joaquin Phoenix an Oscar?
You did. He won it.
That got an Oscar. So basically, I'm pretty sure that the next sequel, he was getting a blank check.
Right. Good for him. I mean, good for him. Because his acting was, again, great.
That's right. This is basically what kind of made the movie more entertaining for me.
And in the middle, when his laughter started returning again, I was like, is this going to be another cathartic Joker wakes up moment? But no. It kind of feathers out, and I think that was intentional. Scott Walker, if you ask my honest opinion about The Dark Knight Rises, they should have had Harley Quinn main villain to avenge the Joker. Yeah, I mean, I thought Bane was good, though. What would have been like Harley Quinn in Dark Knight movie? Who are they cast to play her instead of Margot Robbie in the Dark Knight films? Yeah. I mean, Harley Quinn. I think Margot Robbie is the most famous one, right? Was there any actor that did it before?
I think she's pretty much the only one who did it in a live action movie. Because prior to the what's it called? Where was she first?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. Prior to Suicide Squad, the Batman movies, I don't remember these Batman movies starring Harley Quinn, because I remember like Poison Ivy and who else was there? Like the Catwoman, but we didn't have a Harley Quinn before this. Yeah. So yeah, I think she's basically now like the yardstick. Yeah. All the other actresses who play Harley Quinn in the future will be compared against her.
Yeah, but back to Joker. But the thing about Dogville was I wanted to watch it again. This one I don't want to watch again. I don't know why. It's hard to explain. Is it a masterpiece? Maybe we'll have to revisit this. Zezzy, but I appreciated it, and the fact that I'm not 100% into it, maybe it's not the movie's fault that I can't adapt to a new concept. I mean, that's the whole part of offending the audience. Remember the play written by Hanke, they just throw water at you. There's no fucking plot. Like, there's no plot. Like, so it's an anti story. But anyway, let's give a number score now.
I would give this movie a 7, and that's being generous. And I'm giving it a 7 because of Joaquin Phoenix.
You thought? What about Lady Gaga though?
Lady Gaga, I don't think they fully like utilize her potential, because she's a very capable actress. She can play a lot of dimensions. I guarantee you, and she can do a lot more singing, but I don't think they went all in with her. She just kind of touched all the little bases, and that was it.
Maybe that was part of the offending the audience plan.
Oh, you thought she was gonna do this because I brought Gaga?
Yeah. It's kind of like that movie Antichrist. You can't complain. It's like, fuck you. Everything you thought of is fucking wrong. So you give it a 7. I can't give it a 7, Won-Jin. I'm gonna give it a. Hey, can I hold my score?
No, you can't. You got to give it right now.
Shit, because you gave, right? Okay. I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay. So that balances out to a 6.
Yeah,
okay, that's much better.
I did that intentionally to pull it down because, hey, you know what? Let's do a retread on this later. Like when we do like Batman movies and stuff. But I can't compare Gaga to Margot. not even as Joe. Lady Gaga has a super easy time playing Psycho because she feels very comfortable. No, but I thought her acting was great. Except, it's kind of... she was... The acting was great especially when she was being manipulative. It was really well done. That scene of them talking in the jail.
Yeah, and also telling him like I'm pregnant.
Yeah,
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I thought it was done really well. The sex scene was very uncomfortable intentionally. That was also done well. And Joaquin Phoenix, the acting was great. His acting was also great. The jailer.
Yeah.
The
guy.
Gleason.
Yeah. Brendan Gleeson.
Yeah.
So if I ever watch this movie again, it would be just to watch Joaquin Phoenix act.
Okay.
That would be like 90% of the reason why I watched this movie again.
But then again, I was hoping he goes full Heath Ledger, and then his acting was similar to the Joker one. Remember, he already played this character. So I mean, I don't know.
Not because of the movie, but because of the actors.
Because they did a Joker movie, what was all about Green Goblin. Be like, I mean, Scott Walker, I'm glad you brought that up because for me, Batman always work as a yin and yang within the movie. You're always you're hero as much as your villain, right? And the Christian Bale movies follow that formula. Even Matt Reeves followed that formula because Riddler is a mirror to Batman. But here, Joker going solo was a huge risk, so I respect that. Gaga was on to the role that she based a whole new album on the Joker theme. Okay. No, but her acting was great. So anyway, JoeJinMovieSoAwesome gives this a 6. But we're going to retread.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we're going to take a short break. And then
we'll be back to talk about, what was it?
Another Batman character, Penguin.
Oh, the Penguin, that's right.
Episode 3. This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin, and we'll be right back.
In a bit. Until I knock these scrolls off my toes.
I would love to see the Harley Quinn be brought into the Christian Bale Batman series. Can you imagine what she could do? All the trouble and roller coaster. I don't know. I think she... instantly, like, putting Harley Quinn in the Christopher Nolan Batman, I just get this feeling that she's out of place. I don't know why.